Hello everybody, this is my presentation on elements of design. Today I'll be sharing with you information on color, texture, shape, and typography. In design, color is used to create mood and subtext. The meaning of the colors vary widely depending on culture though, so knowing the audience's perception of color is critical. Some important terms in dealing with color are tints and shades, hue and saturation, warm and cool colors, additive and subtractive colors. Hue and saturation are the color being used and how much of it. You can change the saturation levels of a color without changing its value, but when we add another color to it, the saturation is changed along with the original color value. Tints and shades are simply any hue with white or black added to it. Adding white is tinting and adding black is shading. This decreases the saturation of the original hue and changes its value. Warm and cool colors are the two sections of the color wheel. Warm colors are red, orange, and yellow, while cool colors are green, blue, and purple. Warm colors are typically used to portray happiness, warmth, and joy, while cool colors are primarily used to convey sadness, gloom, and colder temperatures. Here's an example of how warm and cool colors can affect a design. Additive colors are the RGB color scale, and subtractive colors are the CMYK color scale. Additive colors add combinations of light to produce white. Subtractive colors need to remove pigment in order to produce white. Texture is both a visual and tactile element in graphic design. It's used to enhance a design but shouldn't be used to dress up a bad design either. There are two types of texture, real or 3D, which is tactile, and implied or 2D, which is purely visual. Whether simulated or real, texture is an extremely important element of graphic design, and it's used in everything from print media to packaging and is literally everywhere. Shape is merely an area that stands out from the surrounding space due to its implied or defined boundary. Shape can come from the difference in value, color, or texture. Defined shapes are when we physically draw an element onto our canvas, while implied shapes typically come from the body copy we add to a design. Typography is the theory and practice of letter and typeface design. As graphic designers, though, we've expanded on this, and it has become the practice that focuses on the art forms that can be applied to letters and text in both print and digital media. I've included some key terms every designer should know when it comes to typography. Kerning is the process of adjusting the spacing between individual letters, while tracking is a similar process but is used for lines of words. Leading is the space between lines of words and references original practices of using lead blocks in between rows of letters in a press. Good leading starts at a ratio of 1 to 1.2. The difference between typeface and font is that typeface is an entire set of letters, while fonts are a subsection of a typeface. Points are used to describe a given typeface's size, and there are 72 points per inch. Picas are a set measurement, and there are 12 points to 1 pica, making 6 picas to an inch. The X height of a 12-point font can vary from typeface to typeface, so picas come in handy as a more exact measurement. X height is the height of a lowercase x of any typeface. Ascenders are any part of a letter that extends above the given X height. A descender are any part of a letter that extend below the baseline, which is the real or implied line where the X rests. Here are some additional resources. The first is a book on typography that every designer should have in their arsenal. Here are some links that you might find useful on elements of design. Thank you for watching, and I hope I've enlightened you on some of the elements of design.